right, here we go. Gordy, third time.
Congratulations, Troy. You got it right.
I did.
You got it right. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, welcome in, viewers. Carlaw Park Diehards podcast number 10. Great number 10 today. Played in the front row, played in the second row, and I've been told may have had a little bit of a cameo in the centre. So he was quick enough.
I remember him fondly too. One of our greats, and our guest today is one of Auckland's and New Zealand's best. Hailing from the mighty Mount Albert Lions Club, where he played all his junior and senior footy, going on to represent Auckland, Wellington and Canterbury, and I'm sure there's a story to be told in there. He also wore the New Zealand Māori jersey with pride, touring the UK in 83, as well as representing the Cook Islands in 86 in the Pacific Cup. What's going on there? There's a bit
mate, that's where the money is, ain't the islands? The little cookies have got loads of money over there, boy.
Followed by a stint for St Helens in UK Super League for 92-93 season.
Nice.
Played 6 tests for New Zealand Kiwis from 84 to 85. He is Carlaw Park Diehards, Mr. Riki Cowan. Welcome, Riki. Absolute pleasure to have you here in the New Zealand Rugby League Museum.
Thank you.
Bloody fantastic, mate. Yeah,
Thank you, Troy.
Good to see you, my brother.
Good to see you too. Yeah.
Well, we've got a bit to talk about.
We do.
So fantastic to have you in here, mate. And Mount Albert. The early years. What age did you start at, and why Mount Albert, and how did you end up there? I think because you were playing a bit of rugby.
Yeah. In the early days, I think we came here in 1977, and I think I was only 14 years old and all that.
From the cookies?
Yeah, from the cookies.
Yeah.
Coming here only because Mum and Dad were a bit crook, so I was brought up by my grandparents, and
whereabouts in Raro, mate?
In Muri, Ngatangia, yeah.
Oh, Muri, the expensive side of the island.
Yeah, the flash.
The flash
Sandy,
side.
Yeah. And we only came because, Mum and Dad weren't too well. Dad had a massive stroke. And
wow.
So I was his right hand man. So we came here, went to Green Bay High, and I was sort of just, playing rugby.
Doing your thing, yeah.
Doing my thing there. And I used to go down to Balen Park and just practice my kicks. And, it was a bit of, I've never heard of league. And when I came here, and I just never heard of the All Blacks or anything. So when we came here, used to watch the All Blacks in the morning, the Grant Baddies, the Brian Williams, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, RIP, Grant.
Yeah, Bruce Robinson and all that. And I always thought, I want to be All Black, So anyway, just playing, and then one day, out of the blue, just kicking the ball down at Balen Park, and I bumped into a guy called Brian McLennan.
Oh, wow. Gosh.
He was, just so happened he was practicing
out of the blue.
Just out of the blue. Yes.
I did there.
Yeah. Hey, not that funny. So you run into Brian, and what did he say to you, man?
Well, we just started talking, and then I said to him, because he was practicing his goal kicks, and I said, You carry on kicking, and I'll kick the ball back to you. And we just punt, and he goes, geez, you play league? I was going, no.
And you would have been bigger than Brian at this stage, right?
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, big boy.
He looked at me and go, wow, I think I was 14 because we were playing under 16s, because my birthday is, just before Christmas. So December,
on the cusp.
So I was turning 15. And he goes, you play league? And I said, no, I don't play league. I'm just playing rugby for the school.
Yeah.
And he goes, you want to play? He said, come down, I'll introduce you to my dad. We play for Mount Albert. Never heard of them at all. Yeah. So it did, because he just lived down the road from where I lived in Blockhouse.
So, mate, you arrive at Mount Albert.
Yes.
Who are the boys? Who's in the group, at that age? Who can you remember?
Like the Williams, like Dean Williams, Brett Williams, Kevin Williams. He lived in Blockhouse Bay too. Bluey, Skippy George.
Okay, because a few of these boys went all the way through with you, didn't they?
Yeah, most of them, yeah. And then the horse came in later on. I think the horse came in our grade. But, a very good side to go with. And met Brian, Mike. And Jesus, never thought. I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah.
But geez, we used to train really hard,
Yeah, and good coach too, eh?
Great coach.
Yeah. So finals in those early years.
Yeah, we won most. Always against Otahu.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Can you remember who the boys were in the Otahu side? Joe Rapati?
Joe Rapati,
that era? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Sorensen or Tomoki.
Oh, okay. So we're talking George Sorensen there, not the yeah. He would have been, and probably the older Tomoko boy.
Yeah,
not Nahu.
Yeah, not Nahu. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So but they were Dave what's his name, Dave Paquito?
Dave Paquito. Yeah, he did a couple of
there too,
mate, great memory, bro. I was worrying about you. You've come good, man. You've come good. But first time for you on Carlaw Park, Rick?
Carlaw Park. In the juniors, or
no, just the very first time of going down there. Like you've just touched, you've turned up to rugby league. You get
I
used
think
to
it was 82 or 83. I think I got caught up to play in the preseason.
Yep.
I'm sure it was against Manukau.
Okay.
So I got initiated against them.
Did you? They gave you the welcome to Carlaw, did they?
I tell you. Nicky Wright. I split through, and Nicky Wright tried to take my head off.
No. That would never happen, eh? Nick wouldn't do that.
I think I was 19 too. I was 19, so it's a good introduction, but it was...
And what position did you go in at?
Prop, one side.
Okay.
I was a centre earlier, but Mike made me play prop, and that was me.
So, and you sort of just touched on that, and I do want to get this out. You had skill, bro. Big boys that have speed, one thing.
Yes.
And you were just saying earlier, Ben, at Green Bay about kicking and what have you. Not many prop front row forwards are down doing, 40-yard kicks to the line or, putting balls across and what have you. I mean, you had a pretty good repertoire of skill, man.
Yeah. No, I remember in the Auckland team when we went for the Auckland trials, I think they were under 16s, that I made captain, but I went there, went as a centre.
Right.
But then I think Mike sent Joe Rapati, was my opposite number, and he goes, you play prop? No. He goes, you go and play prop, you do all the talking, do all the thing, you just do all the kicks. So he made me do everything, so... Yeah, and
the rest is history.
The rest is history, and next thing I was captain of the under 16s.
Bloody lucky for Joe, though, eh? Otherwise he would have ended up in the front row.
Fox finals. How many Fox finals?
I think we went to 5 and we won 3.
Wow.
Yeah. What's the one that stands out for you, Rick?
84 was just, what a year. 84, I think we won everything in 84.
Yeah. Who's in the squad with you?
We had the... Promsey was there at the time. Promsey, Shane Cooper, John Ackland, Jeff Ackland, Chris Mitter, Cedric Lovett, Lindsay Hooker.
Lindsay Hooker, mate. I remember seeing you boys used to train the house down. Absolutely train the house down. Yeah.
Me and Hooks, I lived with Hooks.
Yeah.
For a while then, we were just...
Oh, look out.
I tell you. Used to get me up, come on, we're going training, and just used to thrash me down at the... Yeah. Because we lived just above...
Fells Park, yeah.
So most afternoons we were down there, one lappers, just pushing me. I used to be just dying, and he'd be just pushing me. He was great.
Put you in good stead, though, bro.
Yeah. No,
so in those games too, Ricky, back in '84 and all through the '80s, Carlaw Park, standing room only. Yeah.
It was amazing. It was just. We get down the park and you looked at because you usually get there early and watch the number 2, the second division, and watch them play Otara or whoever it was. But then you look in the grandstand and it was just packed. You think, wow.
And so close, eh?
Yeah, just,
and look, you've been more fortunate than most, mate, playing all over the world and being in different stadiums, but Carlaw Park was just something different in regards to the intimacy, eh?
It was just unreal, yeah. It was home, it was muddy, it was sandy, it was just everything, the liniment. You could smell liniment every time you walked in.
No, that's not all.
Yeah.
Hey, 80 Park sponsored by Zigzag. Got to throw that one out there, right? No other sports stadium sponsored by Paper Roll Your Own. No.
So from there, you go to St. Helens. So how did that come about?
That was a few years. Well, Mike McLennan went over and started coaching.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay.
Just lucky. I think I was playing in Christchurch then, or I just...
Yeah, if we wind back a little bit, mate, tell us how, because I don't know, right? So when I left to go overseas, you're crushing it. You're in the here at Mount Albert, the Kiwis, and we'll touch on some of that with the tours. Especially the '85 one, that must have been magical.
Yeah, '85.
And I know that, and I've been fortunate. I've had good times with Kevin Tamati.
Yeah.
And he's talked about the blow up, right? And I had it all sweet, Troy, because Rick stood in behind me and he dealt to what needed to be dealt to. No, Mark Graham speaks of you in the highest regard. As the young fella coming into that team, and it meant a lot, man. And it must have been awe.
Yeah, I know. During the test, we seen Mark Graham get taken out think it was Chris Close that, took him out and all that.
Oh, Mark's mentioned that, didn't
Yeah,
he?
It was Chris.
So you get the nod. You're coming on.
Yeah. But Lowy made him go back out, lead the team back out after that. And then Lowy just turned to me and said, make sure when you go out there, you just, so nervous as, just.
Yeah, we jumped from the Christchurch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I want to know how the Canterbury thing come around. So how does that come about? Because you played for Auckland.
Yeah, I played for Auckland. So what happened was, I think it was 1988. They signed. Mike got me a deal with North Sydney Bears. And,
wow.
Yeah. So we went over.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel comfy there. It was just the first time away from home. And I just met my partner.
Yeah.
And then the kids are home. They're still in New Zealand. I had to go back there. I was staying with Clayton Friend.
Right.
At his place and all that. That was all good and all that, but it's just, it's different to how it is today. Your family, away from your family.
Yeah.
You're getting thrashed twice a day. And just before I left, me and Lindsay were doing some extra work, and we did a big cycle on that Saturday. I think I was leaving the following week. And we had just cycled all day down Mission Bay, all the way back, and then we were playing touch that afternoon. So on our way down that, Fowles, the hill.
Yeah, I know.
And just during the day, me and Hooks, he's just, we'll go in and then he'll take off on me, like, boom, boom, boom. He goes, yeah, I got you. And I hit the one, I was on a 10 speed. Anyway, we're heading back down to Fowles to play touch that afternoon. We come down this hill and he goes, no pedaling, freehand, So I'm racing him and I'm just, the bike's wobbling and I overtake him. I go, yeah. But we had to turn into Fowles.
Right.
And I turned in and just come up against the curb and the bike flicked me. And along there's all these trees,
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed my head, but it flicked me, I bounced, and I hit the tree, just missed my head, but it hit my
shoulder,
my chest and shoulder, boom, just on the ground, like, he comes flying past, laughing, cracking up. He goes, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, how was the tree?
Oh, they called me branch manager.
Branch manager.
But I was leaving for North Sydney the next.
Did you play touch?
No, I had to walk out.
There's a late scratching.
I was buggered.
But you're carrying your hurt?
Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm just hurt. My knees twisted.
Yeah.
Buggered my shoulder. And I'm leaving to go to North Sydney the following.
Oh, my gosh.
So you went?
I went.
Yeah. How'd that go, man? Who's that North Sydney? What Kiwis are there? Clayton's there?
Just
Mark's
Clayton.
there?
Mark wasn't there, but he was still involved, I think, in the background sort of thing. But, I think you had Gavin Jones, you had Greg Florimo, Les Kiss.
Yeah.
He was the winger and all that. So I think it was Gary Larson, I'm sure. It was,
Gavin or Gary?
No,
one of you.
One of them. Yeah, one of them. They're there. So, and then it all started, training, fitness test straight, like the very next day we had a fitness test. At, oh, mate, I was last and everything.
But they knew that you'd had an accident before you got there?
Well, I ended up telling them because they were going, your times, you need to pick this all up. And so I was on the back foot right from the start and unhappy, just, not really settling in here,
So then you've got to go and talk to somebody and say,
I just wanted to go home, actually.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
So you get back here and then what happens, man?
And then I take a year off. I thought,
wow. Okay.
This was 1988. I think Promesy was coaching Mount Albert then, and Hook said, you might as well come and play for Mount Albert. And I went to two training runs, and I just didn't feel right.
Right.
Just, my body was tired. I just, my head wasn't there. My partner lived in Hawke's Bay, Hastings.
Right.
So I thought, bugger this. I'm out of here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
So head to Hastings, pack up all my gears to go to Hastings, and I'll take a whole year off. And then just while I'm down there, I just got back into training again, got my love back to getting fit.
Playing at all or just training?
No, just
training.
Working for my brother, laying cobbles and drainage. And, down there, they love drinking too, they love. So lunchtime, we get an hour break. Everybody's off to the pub, I'm going, Jesus Christ. So I went and joined the gym.
Okay.
Because we're working in the city, in the township.
Yeah.
So while they were at the pub, I was in the gym for an hour. Come back, carrying cobbles, Like,
Starting
I was a
feel
bit of
it
a
then.
freak.
Yeah,
My
but
brother-in-law was going, Jesus Christ, mate, you just slow down. I was going, so I'm doing doing all these crazy things. And then after work, off to the gym, So got really fit, and I thought, because I knew Frank Endicott really well, and I gave Frankie a ring, and I said, hey, Rick here, and he said, good to hear from you. Yep, no, leave it to me, I'll get back to you. A week later, he had a...
So what was the question? You what did you say to Frank? You want to play footy?
Yeah, I said, look, I've just had a year. I told him I do. I just had a year off, and I'm just looking for a club. You wouldn't have a club I could come and play for.
What made you choose the South Island, mate?
I just wanted to...
Different.
Okay. Brand new start.
Yeah.
Just a new start. A week later, he came back. Yeah, yes, I've got a club for you. So Addington.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Very proud club.
Yeah, and I went down. I had a great time down there.
How long were you there for, Rick?
I signed up for 2 years.
Yeah.
I was there for a year, but that's only because we lost our sponsor.
Okay.
Small Car World was the sponsor, and they left and they couldn't pay So I wanted to stay, but no. I'll tell you what, nobody liked me down there.
Why?
Because I'm an Aucklander.
Yeah.
So every game it was just...
Getting smacked.
Getting smacked. Everybody's just into me, but always getting told, go back to Auckland.
Oh, well, that's the chat on the field, yeah?
Yeah, that was the chat. On the sideline, even on the sideline, supporters just hated every club.
What about your teammates at Addington?
Oh, no, they were great.
They were great.
Yeah, they were great.
Who's on the side? Can you have a couple come to mind? Yep.
Shane, Frank's son was
okay. Yeah. Nice.
We had Lex Clark was our coach.
Okay.
And he was great.
Lex Clark, yeah.
Yeah, Lex, he's just a great coach. Mike Doreen.
Oh, yep.
Buzz Brent Stewart.
Oh, my gosh.
No, we did have a good side.
Yeah.
We had a good side.
Yeah.
So, no, we made the playoffs and all that. We took us the first time for a while. So
nice.
We had some good players, And I made the Canterbury team that same year.
Yeah, I've seen, and that was one of the reasons why, talking with Gordy, and us being apart for a while, I saw you in a Canterbury jersey. I'm like, what the hell? Got to ask the question around. But I've seen, so you finished the season there, then what happens, man?
Well, I was going to come back to Auckland.
Okay.
I'd spoken to, I've forgotten, who was the loose forward for Northcote? And he ended up coaching them.
Shane Hansen?
No. Gary, is it,
Graham.
Graham, Graham Norton.
Graham Norton, yeah.
Hattie. Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so he knew I was back, and I had a yarn with him, and he was going to sort something out.
Yeah.
And it was just taking a little while, and then I just bumped into my mate James Littlewhite.
Oh, yeah.
We were always close since the team.
Yeah.
And he said to me, well, what are you up to? And I said, I'm going to go and play for Northcote if they can get me a deal. Otherwise, he goes, well, I'm going down the Coach Petone in Wellington. Do you want to come with me? I was going, well, yeah, no, if you can get me a deal and all this, I'll come down.
Oh, cool.
So you did a season there or 2 seasons?
5 years I played.
5 years?
Yeah, I lived down there. And,
wow.
So what was the club?
Petone.
Petone,
Rugby League, yeah.
Yeah, because Petone, that's a pretty strong club too.
Yeah. The Henry brothers, where, Fuddy and all of them used to play for. No, we had a good side. Anthony Farmer, Paul Howe, used to play the great Craig Barrows. But, James was our coach, and he was just...
Perfect. Did whilst you're in the Wellington piece then for 5 seasons, was there any rep football? Like, did you play against any of the boys back in Auckland or the Canterbury guys? How'd that all go, man? I bet you that must have been a bit of
Well, I tell you what, playing for Canterbury, we beat Auckland for the first time ever, or in 75 years. And then the Poms, the Great Britain side, toured that year in Canterbury. We played them. And we beat them for the first time ever.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a big stoush too. Me and Mike Gregory had a go. Of course there was. And there was just a big puncher. But
you would have been the enforcer then at that time, mate. You would have been the guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I started it. But beating Auckland was just, they had all the stars in.
Who was on the Auckland side? Name
Timovavis, all the boys. Paddy, Tony, Bluey. I think Bluey was the captain. I think Tywin was there by then.
Right.
They had Francis was there.
Yeah.
So they had a really top side, and we beat them.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a great year for Canterbury.
Yeah.
Frank was he just...
And Frank was the coach then?
Frank was our coach, yeah. So, no, it was a great year that year. Things were looking up for us, And then, while I was down there, is when Mike McLennan asked if I think I went to Wellington then, and Mike asked if I wanted to
St. Helens,
Yeah.
And so, what? Sorry, you go, Gordy.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, so representative games for Wellington, but big wins there?
We had a great side, Gordy. They had the Lomaxes, Coonies, Steve Coonies.
Oh, gosh,
we had a great side, but we just, when we came up against Auckland. And
probably not a big enough roster, to go deep.
Yes. We just couldn't quite finish, And then on tour, like playing them away, we just used to just get thrashed.
Who was coaching Wellington then?
Pike here, what's his name?
Oh, yeah. Is it Dave? Dave Pikey?
Dave Pikey?
No.
Somebody can.
He was an upper hut man. He was the upper hut man, yes.
Yeah. Somebody on the podcast on the comments and put it in the comments downstairs. No, sweet.
But, so we had Wellington had a really good side, with Johnny and Arnold and most of the Wainui players in there too. So, we had a gun side, but just couldn't quite finish it at the time,
So Mike McLennan's in your ear?
Yeah.
You want to come to the UK?
You want to come to the UK? And yes. So what was happening, I think Jared McCracken was leaving, the import player.
Yeah.
Right.
And he wanted to bring me in,
Oh, wow. So replacing Jared McCracken.
Yeah.
Come on, Riki.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. And look, you've been to Aussie, but going to the UK, that's another step.
Oh, yeah.
Way beyond 3 hours over to Aussie.
I think it was
scary.
20-odd hours to get there. It was scary.
Yeah.
And then my partner at the time, we had our daughter and I had a stepson then too, and so it was moving. She didn't want to go.
Wow.
I was up in arms, I was in two. She goes, "Why don't you just go?" And then and
send the money home.
I said, "Well, no, this is for us to go further. Like, hopefully, we could stay and go." Anyway, at the end, she came and we went, and it was a great trip. But the trip was just, no visas were done. Yeah. We were stuck in the airport for hours. It was just the thing. And then after 28 hours, I think, we get there. Mike picks us up at the airport. And then we got to go, I don't know how many hours.
So it's a good 6-7 hour drive.
To Manchester, And then we get there and then we go to where we're staying and all that. And he goes, "You might as well come to training." I looked at my partner, she was like giving me the eye. And I was going, "Oh, yeah," then because Maureen said, "Oh, no, I'll take care of your wife. I'll settle in. You go and do your thing and get to meet all the boys."
Yeah.
I went there. Jesus, man, I got thrashed.
Yeah.
Mike just put me through the...
But they're great. I mean, those English rugby league people, they're just so
it was lovely,
fanatical and committed. And how did they embrace you?
Oh, they were great. They just loved us. And, you felt like a movie star.
Yeah, of course.
They're fanatical,
And you would have toured too before you'd got there at that point, right? So who's on the side?
Well, Georgie Mann, Shane Cooper.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just like a home away from home.
Those were the Kiwis, Who's the centre for Gary?
Mercer? No.
He's a Pommy.
Schofield.
Schofield.
Yeah.
We had a great side.
Yeah.
We just... Kevin, the prop. What's his name?
I want to say Scarab. Is it? No, Kevin.
Oh, we're terrible.
Yeah, we are. But somebody please comment because Rick and I and Gordy need help.
So can I ask you a bit of a personal question, I suppose? Financially, was it worth it?
Well, I thought so, but I didn't get. So what happened was my first game, I put on a hit. I played for the reserves. I put this hit on. I thought it was like chest high. Boom, guy gets carried off. I get sent off, and I'm banned for 3 weeks. We go and try and fight it. Mike.
Yeah.
We had the video and everything, and I'm suspended for 3 weeks.
No, you're not going anywhere now, mate.
No, so a little bit of disappointment, and I'm on the sideline and just getting thrashed every week.
Right.
And just found it hard to get back because by then the team was going really well and we're gelling, and he couldn't change the team, but I was just on the bench and reserves, and I think at the end of that. I didn't think they want to take the risk and sign me again. I had a bit of a reputation of, getting sent off or
Yeah.
So,
but to be fair, you were never classed as a dirty player.
No.
You were never classed. I mean, you might have been reckless, but you were never ever classed as a dirty player.
No,
You're always wary of Riki Cowan. Everybody was always wary of Riki Cowan.
Everybody always used to try and get me. Just but I don't know. There was a time when I was playing for Auckland or even Mount Albert. There was a tackle that I just perfected, sort of thing. And I don't know. In those days, you could just sort of hit with the elbow. But I used to hit them straight on the chest, and it wins them, and the legs carry on, but the body
and the heart is left behind.
Just
the spirit.
So I know the pre-season 1984, Mount Albert playing Northcote, and I think it was George Asiata was his name, I think, and he's one of those like a rabbit, just runs straight all the time. Yeah. So anyway, he came straight, and I hit him. That's the first time I ever did this tackle. Just knocked him. He got carried off. I got sent off. I think I got 3 weeks. But even after that, even Gary Freeman was going, "Wow, that's one of the hits I've never ever seen anyone hit someone like that." And then I perfected it. So
how do you perfect that?
Just timing, and I used to try and get it all at least one good shot
to make it legal.
Yeah. So my good mate Adrian Shelford,
mate, rest in peace.
We were just so, but he just, players used to run straight at me, and that was sort of the opportunity for me to put this hit on. Nothing, no malice or anything, just a jolt to just, And poor Adrian, he copped it. I think 2 or 3 times he got carried, just from running. But he was a straight runner,
and strong,
and strong, So
wonderful human being too.
Absolutely.
After the junior Kiwi, everyone on that team we're like brothers,
Yeah, man. And a lot went on. How many guys that came out of that, performed really well and
Toddy
all of it. Joe Rapati.
Yeah,
he was the first out in '83. How good was that test? We already talked about that.
Yes.
But mate, if we can, and there'll be a lot of people want to indulge in it, mate. The big punch up with KT, you coming off the bench and, getting onto the field and the whole thing about leading up. I mean, what was that like, mate? Because you would have been one of the youngest in the team, brought in. Yeah. So they must walk us through it.
You get on. Lowy just gets right up and makes sure because.
What's the match? What's the match? What's the game?
This is 85. A second test.
Second
test, and it's
Lang Park. I think it is
Greg Dowling and the punch up.
There was a scuffle at the play the ball. I was marker, and I was first marker, and Riki Cowan was second marker. Greg Dowling played the ball, and he had played it, and I guess it was one of those things. I wasn't moving, and he wasn't gonna stand. And so he played the ball and he walked forward into me as if to say, get out of the bloody way. And so I cracked him. No mistake about it, Line in the sand, you walked over my side, bang. Yeah. So, it was all on. And Riki did well because out of the first couple of blows, Rick came in and he then took over from me with Greg, and he was thumping 7 bells of shite out of Greg because Roachy came in, and Roachy came in from the blind side, and
Steve Roach is the Australian involved with Greg Dowling, the 2 prop forwards. The Tammany's into it for New Zealand, as too is Riki Cowan. Meantime, Kurt Sorensen is still behind play, receiving attention. In fact, he's gone back onto the ground. So that'll be the end of the game for them. They can have an early shower. Kevin Cavity and Greg Dowling off. Oh, now there's a fight on, the two of them. They're into it over on the touchline. And the referee is going to stop play. The crowd starts to spill in. Well, this is a very ugly scene. The referee holding up play as the two prop forwards, Kevin Cavity and Greg Dowling, in the middle of the crowd on the touchline as they were making their way to the sin bin. 52 seconds left in the game. The police coming in to try and restore order as the crowd spills down from both the grandstand and from the hill area. That fight.
All right, and they're getting sent off, and I'm doing this for memory, mate. And I want you to do the chat. You know, Kurt's knocked down in the background. Yeah. You're on the field. Who did you come on for?
I came on for Mark Graham.
Okay. So you're on. Yep.
I'm on, and I think we were just playing the ball. I don't know what happened. It just all started. Everything just started. And everybody just flew in, but yeah, I just happened to fly in. I don't know how I ended up with Greg Dowling, but he ended up with me. And
that was probably because Greg Dowling and KT get walked from that, don't they?
Yes.
But as KT said,
it started between them.
Yeah.
But then once everybody came in, well, I was always used to just going in with my mate, just helping, so flying in there, growing, and then I don't know how we swapped partners, and then he ended up Dowling with me. But I always remember just hold on tight and just keep chucking, So it all swapped around, and then KT ended up with Roachy, and I ended up with Dowling. But I remember, because, the Stousers, the boys always come and grab you. So, I didn't really get any good ones in, but all I remember was head down and just keep chucking, And next thing I felt my arms held, and the Aussies are still chuckling anyway, but our boys are holding it back.
So then you're watching KT and Dowling walk off the field.
Yes.
And then
next thing it's all on again at the sideline,
WWE.
Well, what was the vibe like on the field, man?
It was incredible, it's just another vibe. It's just, wow, But, I always only I didn't really get enough time to sort of get into it. I was a 5-minute, 10-minute player.
And by the way, what was the game like? Without the fighting?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. Because that's one of the games that everybody.
Yeah, they all talk about it. Yeah.
Well, for me, when we were juniors. When we used to go to the trials and all that, those were the senior Kiwis.
Of course, man. Of course,
we used to look up to these guys.
Yeah.
Next time I'm playing with them.
Yeah.
Next time I'm selected to play with these guys, and I'm just
awestruck.
Just in awe of how 19, turning 20. How can I be playing with these guys? Oh, wow. The guys that I used to watch at the trials, and now I'm actually with them. So I suppose it was a wake up call for me, because it's
really important. Well, I acknowledge anyway. You got on, whether it was 5-10 minutes or part of it, and got the jersey and played with these guys. Yeah. That's magic. Yeah.
Can I take you back though to Auckland, because that was a very, very strong era for Auckland as well. Some of the games that you played there, which are the standout ones there? It's probably a tough question, but for Auckland.
Always against Canterbury. They were always tough and all that, we had this, Gotti. Auckland was just star-studded, with the Ron O'Regans, Dickie Wright, Owen Wright, Hugh McGann, Dean Bell, Clayton Friend, Shane Cooper, John Ackland. How could you?
Yeah. Well, Troy's said this before. It was harder to get into Auckland than it was to the Kiwis.
Yeah, it was, So it was just.
What about visiting teams? Did you play any international?
At the time, no. I didn't play in any. No. Not against any visiting teams. But we just went up and down the country.
Yeah.
Beating all the provinces, and henceforth they used to just hate us,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's been pretty much the norm for any Auckland team, whether they're playing rugby league, rugby, football, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's Auckland's the big city, and everyone just wants to, muscle up. Yeah.
But played my best league with Mount Albert in Auckland.
Yeah.
probably why I got selected for the Kiwis, but just had great, I remember there was a year there when Vern Wilson had come up, my good mate Vern.
Rest in peace, what a legend.
Yeah,
he came over to Manukau from Otara.
Yeah.
He was an amazing player.
He was just, me and him were good mates. I first met Vern down at one of the Cornwall Park training, at Auckland training, when he first come.
How'd that go, man? Tell us about that.
Oh, Jesus, because he was young. I think he was just as young as me.
Yeah.
And he had this tattoo on his neck, MC, And me being, I was going, hey, okay, what does MC stand for? And he goes, no, I don't know if I can say it, but men, men, C-U-N-T, I was going, wow, But then, and then we trained and all that, and then I've only just met him. And then, we're all leaving, and I was going, oh, bro, how are you getting home? He goes, oh, with you. Come on, jump in there. And I dropped him off. But I didn't know he was part Cook Island too. I think his mum was a Cook Islander and all that.
So, magic. Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, so I dropped him off.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we were just
tight.
Best mates. We became front rowers, me, him, and Lindsay Hooker. They used to call us the troopers, the storm troopers.
Yeah, absolutely.
No one really messed with Vern was just great,
I had the pleasure of meeting him a few times at Manukau.
Even when we win grand finals, guys just go, hey, there's a Vern Wilson outside there. I was going, where? I was like, bring him in. This is at the grand final where, all having he'll come up and have a drink with us and everything, he was great mate, so.
Bloody shame, eh? Sorry, Gordon.
Another special memory that you must have. Who gives you the phone call to say that you've made the Kiwis?
I think the Mad Butcher asked me this. I don't know. It could have been the manager, I think. I'm not too sure.
So it was a phone call, Or it wasn't something you heard over the radio?
To be honest,
can't remember.
No, I can't remember. Could have been over the radio, or I'm sure. Could have been even Mike would have probably called me and said, "Hey, guess what? So really excited. I was just blown away. I thought, wow, surely not.
And you get your first test jersey.
Yes.
What do you do with that? Hey, I've just given you your first test jersey. Was that presented like pre-game at a test dinner or on match day?
On match day. It's not done like it is today. Today you present it with the jersey, but
it's still your first Kiwi jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be so special.
Oh, for sure.
Where's that jersey now?
Well, I was just telling Troy Gordy that we moved down the coast and all that, and my whole memorabilia, all my league stuff, photos, trophies, jerseys, all got pinched. Somebody robbed me. And
hey, let's get the word out now. Anybody that can help us with that.
Yeah, I lost everything.
Come on, do the right thing, man. Come on. It's hard enough trying to get into a squad, let alone trials to actually have your test jersey stolen.
Well, I know it's a few years, but surely to goodness there's somebody out there.
Yeah, no, it was because I had my Great Britain jersey that I swapped the jersey with.
Who'd you swap with?
Great Britain.
Do you remember?
No. Don't know. It was the '84 Pommy team.
Okay.
Would have been a reserve, so it would have been number 15. So.
Oh, you didn't try to do number 8, okay?
and you say in France as well.
I had a French jersey, Aussie jersey. Peter Tunks gave me his jersey.
Nice, yeah.
And a French jersey. So I had the whole lot.
That's really a real bastard.
Oh, it's really sad now because my kids are all grown up and I haven't got anything to show them. Like even my photos, Mount Albert photo from junior grades, right through all the Mount Albert, gone. All the Auckland,
but they took
Auckland, everything. I had it in a big box. They
Right.
All my Auckland years.
Yeah.
Auckland years, Wellington, Canterbury.
I'm going to say this, you fucking bunch of assholes.
Yeah, I agree. Come on, do the right thing.
Never found again. Never.
Oh, my gosh.
Not seen, not ever.
Okay, so let's just do a quick thing out here. Anyone who's got a team photo of Rick in the Auckland side, the Wellington, the Christchurch, the Kiwis, post it into the wall. Let's get it all up, and I'll get them digital copies sent through, man. It's the least we can do.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely. But I'm going to go back to this first test thing. So we're in the changing room. So where are you sitting and who's sitting next to you?
Oh, good question there.
Yeah.
And that feel, that
the feeling's always nervous feeling, and Louie's, getting us all hyped up and all this. This is 84, yeah.
So look around the room for me, Ricky. Who can you see?
It was there. Don't know. It was 1984. So Fred Aikoi, I think, was the captain. I think.
Right.
So Fred was there. James, Dan O'Hara, Gary Campbell, Kurt Sorensen.
Yeah. How good's Kurt? Love the Kurt. Where are you? Where are you on this 84 test? Are you here in Australia?
No, I'm here.
You're here in New Zealand. Okay.
I had a great year for Mount Albert. I just had I think I got Player of the Year that year.
Played your way in.
So I played my way in. That. So, and I'm not sure. I don't know if Dane Soren was in there too, but it was just
any other young fellas with you? Is Joe there?
Well, me and Clayton were the reserves. No, Joe could have been. I'm not.
Right.
So Shane's the halfback. Shane Varley.
Shane Varley, yes. Yeah, Shane Varley was there.
Yeah. Oh wow. What a team. What
it was. It was.
And you walk out. You're around the field. National anthem.
Yes.
What a buzz.
Yeah. Just proud, and it was just a buzz. Getting calls from home and saying, "Hey, well done."
Yeah.
Aside from, I think the first Cook Islander was John Whittaker.
True.
And I was second.
Yeah.
And then Kevin and Tony had also the Cook Islands that have made Kiwis.
So the New Zealand Māori thing. Sorry,
New
Zealand
good,
Māori
thing.
So, you got any Māori in you? Or?
No.
So because I had a mate.
No, but he's got a good mate. He's Maori.
I had a mate, Tracy McGregor.
Yes, Tracy.
Who never had a bit of Māori in, and he played for New Zealand Māori. So it's the same principle applies there, I presume.
Pat Puasa was picked. Dick Luhavi, they were picked. Yeah. So initially, when they announced the Māori team, I wasn't picked.
Yeah.
So what happened was Auckland, it was like a trial. Auckland played the touring Māori side, but Auckland also got first pick.
Yeah.
So the Māori side was sort of weakened a little bit, I suppose, because he took out Clayton Friend, Dean Bell, Owen Wright, Hugh McGann, Nick Wright, so they didn't. So we played them, we thrashed them, but I had apparently I had a really great game because
of course you did.
Jeff scored 3 tries off me just.
Right. Jeff Ackland.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, Rocket, eh?
Yeah, the Rocket. Yeah. Great guy. Yeah. So I had a massive game, and then the next day I was named in the team. Tommy wanted to take me, so.
So then they said, now, what's your whakapapa? And then, of course, the Cook Islands.
Yes.
So who's coaching New Zealand Māori? That was
Tommy
Newton.
Tom Newton, yes.
Yeah, and
you've had some good coaches, mate.
Oh, my gosh,
they had most of the best. Well, even Ron O'Regan. Ronnie was with us all the way, So Ronnie was in the Māori side, and then we all went for Auckland. That's why. We were just
and then Cook Islands. So you're playing for your place of birth.
Yeah,
that must have been a huge honour for you too, as well.
Yeah. It was at a time when I was at my peak, I suppose.
And who'd you play? Who did Cook Islands play?
We played New Air. We played the Māoris. They beat us. We beat the New Air team in the first, and they had like Frank Endicott, Frank Tinatilia.
Frank Tinatilia.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm sure they had Tawera in that side. They had the Māoris had a great side.
Yes.
So that was our second game, and they beat us. New Air had Frank and all of them in their side. They had a reasonably good side, but I think we had the lay poles. We had a lot of Wellington players in our team.
Right.
So
did they have World Cup status back then? Were they playing in the World Cup? No, they weren't. Were they? No,
none of us were. I think. No, I don't think the Island teams. We were just starting there.
Yeah, just starting.
So.
Because around that time, I think Samoa and Tonga were kicking in as well, weren't
they? They were.
Yeah.
And I think the final was between them.
Oh, so that's Carlaw Park. Yeah,
no, it was in Raro.
Oh, okay. What year's this?
86.
Oh, okay, yeah.
1986, we toured Rarotonga.
Yeah.
And they held the Pacific Cup.
Cup.
Yes. Yeah. So Samoa had the Timavavi. They had a great side, you know.
Yeah.
And then Tonga had, I think the Aussie guy there was John Feder was in their team, Dwayne Mann, George Mann. They had
Yeah, great distribution of wealth across all of the sides.
Well, just Pacific players, you know. I think that was the start of it, really.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
It was.
So you're part of all that.
Yeah.
How many people turned up at the Cook Islands to watch the footy?
Oh, nearly the whole island, actually. It was packed, you know.
Yeah.
First time, you know, you go out there, you all played at night under lights.
Yeah.
But
Where's the ground there?
it's at the college, Te Roro College, which is around Nikao. At the back there's a stadium there.
And leagues like the biggest sport?
One of the biggest, league and rugby are both.
Oh, okay, so both.
The same players play league.
Right.
And then they play union straight after it.
Got you.
So, yeah. So, what's his name? Benioni. He's running it and all that over there. Yeah. So.
And do you get much time to go back there? Sorry, Gordy. Like, do you go back and?
I haven't been back. I went back a couple of years. My boss and he went back.
Yeah.
Great mate, you know.
Yeah.
We were just great mates. But anyway, one day, because I'm a bit of a workaholic, I don't take time. I hate taking time off. Just want to go to work every day and all that. And just one day out of the blue, he just goes, mate, he said, give me your passport. I was going, what for? He said, we're off to Rara. And I go,
wow.
You're joking. He goes, does it look like I'm joking? He's just a funny guy, you know.
Yeah.
And I said, no, and we just went over for 4 days.
How was that going back? Going back?
Oh, it was great.
Because you've obviously still got family there.
Yeah. Well, in 2000 and I think it was 2011, I went back, took all my kids back because they'd never been back to Rara.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been home for 24 years or something like that. So we moved back. We went back for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Moved back for 5 years and all that.
What, you stay in Moody?
Initially we stayed there.
Yeah.
And it was great. Well, they were upgrading all the drainage on the island.
Yep.
Chinese had donated X amount of money.
Yeah.
I thought I could get in there. Man, it was so hard.
Yeah.
I was you're
a foreigner.
I was a foreigner, truly.
Yeah.
My own people treating me like a foreigner. I just couldn't believe it.
Was Ronnie Suilepa back on the island then?
Yes.
He was,
yes,
because he became big time there, right?
Yeah, he still is.
Yeah.
He does a lot of photos.
Yeah, I think he's passed away. He may have, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you something here. We talked about how the emergence of the Pacifica, and you look at the NRL now, the amount of Pacifica players that are in there, the style of footy from your era to how they're playing now, it's changed quite a bit.
I think so, yeah.
In what respect?
A hell of a lot. Oh, the game's so much faster, the skills, I think, you know, and then they're just their structure and how they play and all that. They're a bit more structured out, you know. It's not. And nowadays it was just one up, and then kick, you know, but more today it's more, you know. And I think when Bluey started coaching, you know, young Bluey, he started to form those structures too. And I noticed, you know, they had a game plan sort of thing, you know. We'll take it twice here, bring it once to the middle, and then either kick or we'll move it out wide, you know. And so,
I mean, all you got to do is look at these wonderful kids that are at One New Zealand Warriors now. Leka Halesima, who's just
exciting.
Oh my gosh! You know, he's going to be a superstar. That team is full of them. The whole dynamic of Pacifica Rugby League has changed with the athleticism, and their skill set. You know, it's just amazing to watch. Amazing to watch.
I think having the coaches and the structure that they've got on the management side of things. And,
it all starts at the top.
Yeah, definitely coaching.
Kicking, you know, the passing. You know.
And who's your team, Rick? Who's your team in the
always support the Warriors.
Yeah.
But they always disappoint you now and again, you know. But watching them this year, man, they look good. You know, look really strong and all that. But
who was your fan? Who was your club when we were growing up? Who did you look to as the side back in the day?
In Aussie, you mean? I don't know. I like Manly, you know. I used to like Manly and that, and Parramatta. I used to love Brett Kenny and you know, love
big affinity with all the backs, eh? Not many forwards in the old lineup for Big Rick.
No, well, I was a back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought I was an inside centre. And when I was playing junior, I played inside centre, and I used to score heaps.
Yeah, well, I learned the
like
size.
You I used to run through them and you know, Bluey, and used to think, wow, just give him the ball, mate. This guy doesn't hold back, you know. So, I had a bit of speed. But, you know, when I was at school, when I went to school in our primary days, and our class was full of just talent. Our class, we were volleyball, softball, cricket, rugby, athletics. Everybody was just natural,
No reading, no math. We're all playing sport.
Just when it came to sports, our class were the number one in the school, and when we toured around the island and all that and played in the school, we were just our whole class, Like in athletics, I was 100 meters, 200, long jump, triple jump, high jump.
Yeah.
I was involved in the whole lot, Wow. And that's just,
Do you get a chance to catch up with any of your old playing mates at all and sit down and talk footy?
Not really, just when we, life's changed.
Old boy days at Mount Albert?
No, I've changed. I've moved.
Yeah, but you've always been pretty humble and modest around football, Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm going back probably 5-6 years, and I rang you up out of the blue and come and saw you at home. And we had the first big chat and catch up, right? And then look, I'm going to do this, and if you decide you want me to cut it out, I can cut it out, right?
It's all good.
So then I come and see you, all right? And the next time I see you in hospital. Now, whilst people have been watching this, give me a thumbs up, man. Show them. Look at the size of that mitt. So, I mean, it looks like it's been still trapped in COVID, that hand. Yes. Mate, how did that happen? And are you okay, bro? Like, you getting through it?
Yeah. It's all good. You get over things like this.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a scratch, I suppose.
a bit of a scratch.
Just driving home from work. We're doing some long hours, with our company, Rock Hard Drainage. And I think we were working up at the Warkworth, the motorway, from Silverdale to Warkworth, and just doing some really big hours and loving it. And it's summer, driving home. I just gone past the BPs on your right coming down, and I don't know if you notice in the middle of the motorways there's these massive sumps.
Yeah,
they're quite deep, they're quite deep. I just
clip one.
No, I nodded off for a second, you're driving home on the way to the gym too, because the boys are ringing me, where are you? And I said, I'm coming, just calm down, So, and I just, the ute just drifted, hit the sump, the front, because I'm in cruise mode. I think I was doing about 100 or 105 or something, went into the sump, the wheel snapped off, and it just turned into and on the other side is the barrier to the East Coast roadside.
Right.
I just felt it accelerate, and I thought, fuck. I just grabbed the steering wheel, closed my eyes, and it just went boom.
Oh, jeepers.
Flipped twice, and obviously my window smashed, and my hand must have flown out of the...
Right.
And it landed on the roof, and the ute just slid. And it just degloved. It just degloved.
If that's all you got out of that, mate, someone was looking after you.
Yeah, absolutely, because it didn't look pretty.
No. It just jammed up the whole motorway. Yeah. I mean, I jumped out, I had to crawl out. And I think what made it worse is when I climbed out, I must have just nicked the top of my head.
Oh, so
when I came out, blood was everywhere, it was bleeding. No. And somebody just said, hey, mate, get away from me, because I was smoking. And I was saying, I'll just grab my phone, And he goes, no, you're not, just get away from there.
Yeah.
But then once I saw it there, then the pain settled in. And the ambulance took ages to get there.
Gosh.
I was sitting on the side of the motorway just waiting,
But the reason I brought that up was that, about meeting the boys and what's happened, past gone, playing in tours, Kiwis, national anthem, all that stuff, is that you find out as you get later on in life, it was a big part of your life, Rick.
Oh, yes.
And you're a big part of a lot of the boys that came through, and you made it, man. You went all the way.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's great, great.
Just as we head towards the end, I'm a young fella. I want to play footy.
Yes.
I come and sit down with Riki Cowan. And I say, Riki, what sort of advice can you give me? I think I've got what it takes to make the top. What do you say to me?
Oh well, since I know what I know now, I mean, just
that's why I'm asking.
Looking after yourself. Give up alcohol, your social life, and all that if you want to go far. Obviously, a bit of commitment, a bit of like gym work and all that. Your diet. Just taking care of yourself, and you just got to have the passion and the growth. If you want
the sacrifice.
you got to make sacrifices to go. I mean, I talk to a lot of my kids and a lot of young people about wanting to give, and you just watch them and see if they do.
Yep.
You know, a lot of them talk it, but they don't. They're not prepared to make sacrifices or
That's
make
the word,
an effort,
mate.
you know?
Sacrifice.
Yeah,
that is a
they're
sacrifice.
Not prepared to make the effort. You know?
Yeah.
And we can say that about sports,
Anything.
work, anything. You
Absolutely.
know,
Totally agree with
I
you.
mean, I'm dealing with this every day at work because I'm a supervisor at work, and I'm doing this with the guys at work as well too. You know,
Absolutely.
and
Different
everybody
age group and different generation as well, eh?
Everybody has issues. You just got to get over it. You know, deal with it. You know, or talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
Unload it, and then just get focused on being good at what you're doing at the time, whether it be drain laying, podcasting, anything in life. You know, you want just
We'll let you know when we become good at podcasting. eh? You know, when we
it's
get
great.
better at that. Mate, a couple of quick rapid fire ones for you. Your favourite guy who you love playing with, like heading out onto the field with. I know you've touched on Vern, but you know who was your man?
always Shane Cooper and
Shane
Lindsay
Cooper.
Hooker. Yeah.
Hardest man to tackle.
Frank Tinatelli was always hard. You know?
And in 84 was that the big Tusk try?
Oh, the full
The full length of the field.
Otahuhu, and that was a game that'll be long remembered for a quite magnificent try by Frank Tinatelli.
Tinatelli. Oh, what a powerful man Tinatelli is. Great pen, good pace, what a superb pen, juggling the ball, still going, great Tinatelli. What amazing pace. Oh, superb. What a superb try from great Tinatelli all the way. Bending and juggling the ball and bending some more and showing amazing pace for a big drop forward.
Was that was it earlier?
85, yeah.
Okay.
Or 83, yeah. I'm not sure, but
So
We'll
okay.
have to get him on too, so we can
Yeah, absolutely. Hardest man that hit you.
hardest man that hit
And
me.
there's probably a big long list of them, eh?
I'm not sure because every tackle was always a second knee in the side, or you know, you get.
Get the Auckland.
You know, the hardest man to ever hit me was probably Clayton, because the small fellas, they always hit you around the legs, and I don't know. It's probably why my knee is, because I got hyperextended. I think 3 or 4 times.
that'll do it.
Just, and your knee just straightens and locks in. So the small fellas are always the hardest. You know, you feel them when they hit you. But I don't know. I ran into what's his name, Andrew Arcoy, I think.
Yeah.
Just trying to go for it, and ran into his elbow, and I was concussed. I had to play on, but he shocked me a little bit.
Love Andy.
Yeah.
So as we sort of round it all up, Ricky, any past thoughts, mate, you know, on the game, you know, and life in general?
Oh no, just I've loved my time playing and all that. You know, I do have some regrets because my body's just shattered at the moment. I've got 2 bad knees.
Yeah.
I've got all sorts of injuries I know that I carry now, and they're sort of starting. When you get older, they start coming through. You know,
But you regret none of it.
I don't regret none of it. Yeah, it's
wonderful.
great times. Yeah.
Well, for us, you know, in Carlaw Park Diehards, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on here.
Yeah, for me, bro.
And you know, especially with the connection with Troy as well. So, and thank you on behalf of Rugby League for what you've given to the game, Riki
thank
Cowan,
you.
because, I mean, I remember watching you play, and you always gave your all as you continue to do so in life. So thank you so much, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much, Gordy. Thank you, Troy.
No,
Always
love
a
you,
pleasure.
mate. Yeah,
Always
no,
a pleasure.
Awesome.
Carlaw Park, the spiritual home where Kiwi League hearts found their throne. Legends were born, warriors made on hallowed ground where history played.